key. We can open it with the funny key. It fits! We won!
My gate! Our gate! Yes, sir. You are right. You broke the key! You broke the key of the lock! No, she broke it. You make a mess of things! Yes, sir. Do you want to be here forever? No, sir. I am disappointed. Yes, I know you are, and I apologize. Pick this up! Yes, sir. Pick this up now! You know what the captain says. Clean garden, clean conscience, sir. Do not let this happen again! No, sir. Do not let this happen again! No, sir. Do you wish to see the light of day? Yes, sir, I do.
Welcome, old friend, to my domain, a land lit by moonlight and sodden by rain. The girl you are guiding will need your assistance to conquer the giant's most dreadful resistance. But your Omni-View powers were sadly corrupted back when her escape was last interrupted. Though do not despair, for you have one ability which may set her free of this evil facility. Her phone is equipped with the means to record the data I seek and prodigiously hoard. That shovel before you was left by the giant. If you scan it for me, I would be most compliant. The knowledge it yields is absolute treasure. We'll look out for each other, measure for measure.
I wish to discuss something. Where is that steamroller of yours?
Mama? In the office.
He sleeps most hours of the day.
If something unfortunate were to compromise our research in any way, and this goes for both of you, I want you to execute Directive 95.
Is the arrival at risk?
Are we expecting?
That gate was a dead end, but there may be a door somewhere in this graveyard that we can explore. For here in God's Acre, where souls come to rot, is a way to the next world, and X marks the spot.
Theoretical DNA is that you could store the total world information, which is 1.8 petabytes, at least in 2011, in about 4 times the DNA.
It's...
These petri dish samples were earlier means of storing all knowledge within human genes. To play back an encrypted audio scene, look for the sequencing data machine.
something.
Keep an even keel. Yes, sir.
Stephen Dardanning, former editor of the Evening Standard, is gone. And with him, a legacy people around here would just as soon forget. I've written my share of obits over the years, but this one's left me with a double-clove hitch in my gut. And it isn't because I've been asked to memorialize a man I've never met.
We should respect the dead.
Val, I keep finding you here.
No,
What is the matter?
nothing. I was tending to...
You must quit spinning your wheels here. It is bad for your work.
It was our first.
I understand.
You can imagine other huge data sources like all the neuronal clouds in the brain, which could be encoded into DNA, and again, you could do selective reading of that as needed.
This door will not open with mere elbow grease. The gearbox, it seems, is missing a piece.
Everything's above board tonight. gonna get you! Sit down! We're only fulfilling the objective.
We now can confirm what I had been fearing. This giant was born with exceptional hearing. The girl must walk slowly when he is around, or he will most surely pick up on the sound.
Time and tide waits for no man.
These chains form an X on the door to the crypt. Perhaps we could break them, with the right tool equipped. If you find such an item, then have the girl nab it. Trespass and theft have become quite her habit.
All sewn up tonight. No more mirrors. Everything on top and nothing handy, sir.
A smelly man's Teil.
Zager here. Got a hot date tonight. I know. When you're pretending to be someone you're not, it's probably not a good idea to draw undue attention by engaging in a forbidden tryst in the most monitored facility on Earth. Then again, I kind of ran out of good ideas years ago, and yet the bad ones keep pouring out of me like a busted water main. I get swept up, but I've yet to get swept away. The other day, I decided to ask Mireille out for a night on the town. Of course, the concept of a Prizrak dating an elite is absurd on its pixelated face, but so far there's been no bawling out from anyone in uniform. As you can imagine, even under ideal conditions, romancing your co-worker in Metamorphosis is a bit of a...
One of the smelly...
Should be the death of me. Huh. If I had a nickel for every time I said that, I'd be rich. But if I had a nickel for every time I meant...
man's Teils. I will hold on to this.
These petri dish samples were earlier means of storing all knowledge within human genes. To play back an encrypted audio scene, look for the sequencing data machine.
Finish Directive 95 and I'll let you splice the main brace. Thank you,
I like
sir.
this.
Another religious text that preaches out of its depth. Marx's manifesto declares factory, church, and state alike subordinate to the workers, on whom all depend. This flattery mumbles on through history, ignorant of time and place. Marx, the false prophet, preached to an audience in the thrall of industry, not to those who run the modern service economy, wherein everyone spins information without organization, like spiders on caffeine. Once a carrier holds such uncontrolled information, it loses neutrality and becomes political, sexual, diversion. This is why the overseer must control the line with a hard hand. Only under his true grip can information find a proper place in shaping the proletariat. Marx is obsolete, mere content for the line. Hide this lesson manifesto well.
Worm, parcel, and serve.
Are limited by our storage capabilities. So, for example, if we could store everything, we wouldn't be throwing out data. We wouldn't be writing on top of reusing disks and tape drives.
It's not stealing if...
John's Gospel celebrates the Logos, God's inner identity. Yet the translation of this, as God's Word, has led to a sloppy veneration of the Bible by those who take the word literally. Content requires context. But as this book shows, we divorce the two every day, as though it were a reflex. Broadcasters...
Nobody wants it. Right?
Finish Directive 95 and I'll let you splice the main.
Because we have the address, we know where it goes back, so once we sequence everything, we're able to reconstruct what the original message that you're encoding or digital information that you were encoding in there.
Yes, Mammoth, I know that. About.
Yes, sir. He knows.
One of the female mirrors is having an issue I think you may be better suited for.
I will be right there.
Why is all of this out?
I'm extracting toxin.
Why?
Because I want to know.
Are you making it?
I will hold on to this.
The irreligion.
Right on. Zager here. Should be the death of me.
All I am saying is if something happens, I hope you rescue your two-legged children before your six-legged ones.
Of course! You're being insane, Abal. Besides, nothing is going to happen to us. You know that. Abal?
Of course.
Say.
Do you have a research partner?
Not currently.
Good. I have just the person in mind for you. Do you know Dr. Amash?
Never heard of him.
You'll like her.
Her? Her? Yes.
Does it bother you?
Does what bother?
That Dr. Amash is a woman.
Of course not.
Okay.
She's American?
No. Iranian, I think. Dr. Perez, what would you say is the most important consideration in your particular field?
Ethics.
Ethics. Are you ethical, Dr. Perez?
Certainly.
No.
It's not stealing if nobody...
These petri dish samples were earlier means of storing all knowledge within human genes. To play back an encrypted audio scene, look for the sequencing data machine.
wants it, right?